What's up guys, it's Will. Today we're going to be doing another installation and review. We're going over the Wolfbox rear view mirror and dash cam. So to start off, we'll go over what it comes with and then kind of jump in straight into the installation, and then I'll just go over the review and tell you guys what I think about it. I think it's a pretty cool product just to start off. All right, to start off with, this Wolfbox unit comes with this touchscreen, dash cam, and rear view mirror. You can go into the options through the menu and choose if you want to have just the front view, which is the front camera, the rear view, which is the rear camera, or you can have both displaying at the same time. It also displays the directions, so north, south, east, or west, in which you're traveling, and it also displays the time in the upper right hand corner. So next, this unit comes with the rear view camera. You can mount this pretty much wherever you want in the Tacoma. All right, and finally, kind of going over what is on the top of the touchscreen, we've got the AV port, which goes to the rear view camera. We've got the Type-C, which is your power, and we've got the GPS port, which goes to GPS. All right, so moving on to the installation, basically it's not too hard. You can either install this by plugging it directly into your cigarette lighter just for power when the truck is on, or you can do it to the interior fuse box, which gives it power when the truck is not running and when the truck is running. It turns off when the truck turns off, but you'll be able to record while the truck is turned off using the battery power. So as you can see up here, we've got 3 connectors that we use. We've got the Type-C, which is your power cord. We've got this AV cord, which is your rear camera. And then we've got this GPS cord that plugs up right here. So starting off with probably the easiest one is the GPS. I just mounted it up here. It's just got sticky Gorilla tape on the back. So you can just stick it up here, and then I just stuck the excess wire up in that corner. It fit pretty nice. And then you just plug it directly in. Installing the next hardest thing is probably the power. So if you want to do constant power and plug this up to the battery and accessory power, you'll have to go to the bottom fuses. So when I plugged this up, I basically left a little bit of slack over here and just kept it unplugged until I got it into the fuse, because I didn't want to short anything out. And basically this headliner up here, you can peel it back just slightly enough to tuck these wires in all the way through it. So I got that wire in all the way through to the A-pillar. I didn't take off this panel and go right through the airbag because I didn't want to obstruct it. So I just slightly peeled it back, and you can peel it back just enough in the corner to just tuck it in right at the top here. And I ran that wire through here, and then I ran it all the way down the A-pillar through this little rubber sheathing or whatever it is. I ran it through here. You can tuck the wires through here all the way down. But once you've got that wire all the way down here, you can just pop this panel off real easily. You just pop it off. You'll probably have to pop this panel off as well, because this connects to this panel. So you can pop both of those off. They come out pretty easy. You literally just grab it and it'll pop off. All right, so I went ahead and just pulled off this panel that was right here. Just to give you guys a better look, so it's a little bit more self-explanatory. So if we look in here, you can see the yellow wire and the red wire that goes to the fuse box. That just goes straight up in there, and you can see them connected up here. And then we've got this black wire that needs to go to ground. I found a good ground spot right here where this white connector attaches to. There's a nice bolt right there, and you can see that black wire just goes right behind that bolt. And there's a sufficient room just to run that black wire. You don't have to stretch anything, so it's a pretty good spot to do that. All right, so if this side is the firewall and this side is just the steering wheel or the driver's seat, this is how it would be orientated in there. So basically, for the battery power, I use the AM1 since it's empty and it goes off direct battery power. It's always powered, and there was nothing else there, so I didn't have to take anything out for that. And then for the accessory power, I went into this 15 amp power outlet number 1. So that'll turn on when the truck turns on. I haven't had any problems with that so far. So I believe those are 2 pretty good spots to plug them into. Just to give you a better visualization of inside the fuse box, we've got this yellow wire, which is the battery power, and this red wire, which is the accessory power. You can see those spots that correlate with the cap that I just went over. So once you're done with that part, I'd recommend to either keep this off or you can put it back on depending if you still need to run more wires. So as you can see in the back here, I decided to put the rear view camera right behind my back passenger seat. Probably will try to find a better spot for this in the future, but I just did this for the short term. It gives me a pretty good view of what my regular rear view mirror would see. So to do this, I just popped this rear seat open, and I ran the wire just through the back here. There's another red wire that's attached to the rear view camera, and I believe it's to tap into your existing rear view camera to come on with the parking lines when you put it in reverse, but I didn't really need that since I already have a reverse camera, so I just taped it off and stuck it back in here. So I just ran this through the back seat. You can see it comes out this corner right here. I popped out this panel and ran it directly through this panel and this panel and all the way up. Yeah, so as you can see, I just ran it through this panel and all the way up, just the same as I did the power cord, all the way up through here and then through the top of this A-pillar airbag area, and then ran it up through here and connected it right here. And I had ample room for that. If you do want to do it in the back of a Tacoma, if you want to do it on the tailgate, you're probably going to have to get extended cord for that, because I don't think it's going to reach. I had just enough from the back seat, so I think if you're going to want to do it from the tailgate or anywhere right there, you're probably going to need to look into getting an extended cord for that. So with that, that kind of concludes the installation part of the video. Now I'll kind of move on to just what I think about the entire thing as a whole. I think it's a pretty cool product. I like it that I can see my front and rear view. I like it that I'll be able to record whatever's happening in front or behind me, and that I'll be able to record even if the truck's off, just in case something happens. It's a really good piece of security. The front and rear view camera quality is super good. I mean, it's recorded in 4K and it's shown in 4K, so the quality is super good. There's no really issues with that. The video is super smooth. It's not choppy or anything like that, so it's easy to see behind you and you're not getting really disorientated by any of the video or anything like that. I think it's a super good product. It's easy to see people behind you. You're not sacrificing anything by getting this and losing your rear view mirror, as long as you have a good camera setup for the rear. With that, I definitely recommend this product to anyone who's looking for a good solution for a dash cam that's pretty easy to install, and it's super minimal. You can't really see any of the wires if you hide them the way that I did, and you get front and rear view coverage, so it's perfect at a really good price. You can also go in my bio and go to my link and you'll get 15% off if you go purchase that. And if you like the video, feel free to like and subscribe and comment if you have any questions or anything. I'd be happy to help anybody out. So with that, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm thinking about doing some vlog content in the future. I got a big trip across the country coming up in about a couple months, so I'll make some videos on that. I think that'd be pretty interesting. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.